All right, Florida Coast team coming at you guys here. I'm recording this video Thursday evening. We just finished our training seminars, and I know not everyone's going to get to this tonight, but hopefully everyone is going to get a chance or opportunity to watch this before tomorrow. So a couple quick things for your notes here. There's a few things that were covered after the BM-DM call that a lot of people hopped off that I think are really, really important for tomorrow's training, but also for next week. And since we're not going to have the Saturday call, I want to walk through a couple quick things in this video to make sure everyone is on point and is executing on these things. The first of which being a schedule change. So if you look at the new BM-DM schedule, it recommends right now a 9:55 a.m. interview, and that you start your training seminars at noon and do an interview earlier. And then the training seminar goes from noon or from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. So I know a lot of you all are already in other trainings. If you are in my training, I believe if you're in Mike's training, it already starts earlier. What I'm going to recommend to everybody is that, and what I'd like to see moving forward is, I don't think we have enough time to cover the content that we need to cover in that 45-minute window. So outside of starting the call a little bit earlier, which we could do, I think also just best for recruiting, the 9:55 a.m. interview is not going to be a strong interview. So my recommendation and what I like everyone to do moving forward is to probably shift your training seminars back a little bit to 11 a.m. start time or 11:30. And if you're doing a 7-hour training, you want to put that interview just 10 minutes after the training. Most of you all are finishing training early now, and it still gives you some time to do some checkout one-on-one PCs. So branches and new districts, I'm going to recommend that you start the training and go 11 to 6, and then do a 6:10 p.m. interview on Thursday. It really is important that you have an interview on Thursday or sometime between Thursday to Sunday. You can't go Wednesday to Monday on a cycle. All the PRs that are set up on Tuesday or Wednesday are going to get lost in that mix. So you got to make sure you have a interview, whether it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And Thursday is the best day for the branch manager and district manager schedule. So let's make sure those adjustments are made before next week. And please send me a confirmation that that is done. Second thing is PR talk. We had a conversation around PR efficiencies and getting some great results on PRs this past weekend. And a couple quick keys. Number one, a lot of you all haven't been driving the contest because it doesn't give us the percentages. And that is not a problem. You can actually do two things. Number one, if you go to WebPDI, it will actually tell you the total amount of contacts that they have to start. The second thing that you can do that is a best practice from Trey Harris's division, who's getting double the name collection. And what I'm hearing constantly, and also, by the way, same challenge we're having in the pilot right now, I'm hearing constantly, I have PR callers, Andrew, but I just don't have any names to call. That's two ways to fix that. It's SMRA, program and hiring new SMRAs, and name collection in training. So this is a really big move right now for our division. Our division is behind in PR set from last year. So we've got to up the game with how many PRs we're collecting on average. This needs to become part of our bread and butter. The tip from best practice from Trey Harris's division is to go around the horn before you do the PR talk and just ask everyone and have managers write it down how many prospects and how many people are in the friends category. So you have that data to drive it, number one. Number two, when you actually do the PR talk, making sure that you go to share screen and you click the iPhone / iPad via AirPlay button and share live on your phone. Do it live. Don't even play the video, but do it live for them in training and have them go through each step of the process with you. What this will do is, number one, if you're doing it right in front of them, most people are going to be following along with you each step by step. So that means the majority of people are going to submit all of their contacts, or 100% of them. They shouldn't be getting stumbled along because they're following along with you. So you say, all right, guys, go ahead and open up. You're going to go to friends. You can go to here. Okay. If you see a name that you want to change, you can do that and then hit next. Everyone give me a thumbs up when you're on the next page. Okay. And then give them instructions from each step. So how I can follow along with you. And then after that, then you execute 3-way texts to set up easy PRs for Saturday. So you should have a slide that has the 3-way text. Go ahead and put me in a 3-way text. After you've done that, go ahead and get on the phones. And so really your whole entire PR name collection should be done in 5 to 10 minutes when you're actually executing the process. And then you have a few, 10 to 15 minutes to call the stragglers or to call people that accidentally submitted low numbers. But you already all have that data and information to go through and actually manage it. This is a big opportunity for us as a division. We got to start making some moves here. So this is something that I want adjusted and done in tomorrow's training seminar. Reminder of the PR contest, okay? 2 people are going to win $500 on Sunday night. Every single manager needs to be at 10. No managers left behind on this. And again, don't wait till Saturday and Sunday to start making some moves. Use tomorrow. So many of you guys are not running training. If I was a manager, if I was a branch, I would have killed to had an opportunity to set my own PRs around being able to run training. And so many of you all do, but you're not taking advantage of it. So take advantage of it. If I was a branch manager right now, the reality is that me and a lot of other, old timers, we would be doing 15, 20 PRs by Sunday. And some of you all need to say, fuck it. Like Anthony Marino did this past week and say, I'm not tolerating these results anymore. I'm going to make the changes and get the good training class that I want to have here too. So just want to say that. Let's make sure we're rocking and rolling there. I'll post a reminder of the contest. Few other things for your agendas here for today, okay? And I want to make sure, by the way, obviously, if you're listening to this, take notes on this because there's a lot of content that I'm covering right now. This is the replacement of having our Saturday call. So you're welcome, and I'm sorry that's a longer video. Okay, last few things. Number one is base pay. Okay, as a division, and we'll talk about this a little bit more on Monday because we won't be making any changes just quite yet. But we're looking at changing the base pay from $15 to $20 an hour. Now, if anyone is strongly against it, you can abstain, but it's going to be weird if you're the only one that's not in the divisional program. And the reason that I'm going to recommend this is because base pay is an expense that is very, very low as managers. A lot of managers are upping their base pay and upping their SMRI pay, although I am not going to recommend that we're upping our SMRI pay. Look, the reality is that McDonald's is $11 an hour. Walmart is $12 an hour. For years, we have attracted students by offering a rate that is incredibly exciting and high and attention grabbing for our marketing and advertising purposes. And the reality is right now that we're just not that competitive in the job market with $15 per appointment. And I believe this will create a little bit more excitement and awareness and energy to our recruiting programs in the month of June. And it doesn't cost managers very much. We paid little to nothing out in base pay this summer because the reality is all of our reps have either been performing or they haven't really even stuck around to do demos is the results that we've gotten across most places. So we can continue this conversation on our Monday huddle. Be on the lookout for that. If you have questions or want to abstain, you can feel free to reach out to me, but I am going to recommend that we do this and we'll talk about this a little bit more on this upcoming Monday. Last few things for your agenda, okay, is tonight, let's make sure that we drive tomorrow's Alliance attendance, okay? And specifically, also, let's make sure that we are doing it on Monday. So with this video, and if I haven't done so already before I post this video, I'm going to ask for projections for tomorrow morning's Alliance attendance, and we need to do a much better job. Friday PDI is a staple and should be a staple in your offices. And with so many of you all running training, it's not happening. The opportunity to replace that is by having people in your champions clubs on Friday mornings. And so I think it's really, really imperative that we're driving this. Monday and Friday should be our two biggest champions clubs each and every single week, with maybe Tuesday as well being a great day to have it, or Thursday as a makeup. But Monday and Friday have got to be the big days. And so we've got to have a much better attendance than we did today. Look at Florida Caribbean. They've got 40 reps on. We've got 20 managers on, but 3 reps on the call. So we've got to change the pace and the tone and the speed with this. We got to make sure that we are making this happen this upcoming week. Last few things for you all is make sure if you haven't done so already, you've marked your calendar for June 26th. That was already on the calendar back in Kill meeting as a June fun day, but I'm also going to do the 5K reception on that day in Miami. So more details to come to that. There may be a VIP that's done a night that's done that weekend as well, but just plan on having that Saturday. There will be a weekend event in Miami as a little bit of a payoff and just a fun time for managers as well as a reception for all our champion reception winners. Let's continue to bring the heat. Post up #rejuvenate in the chat. I want to know what you guys are doing this weekend to rejuvenate. Let's get a little bit of culture of exercise, fun, camaraderie, and enjoying yourself, taking care of yourself, and rejuvenating appropriately, properly, going off the grid, whatever that might mean. And let's make sure we're getting excited and ready to rock and roll. The last thing that I think is really, really important that we need to do is, sorry, I'm coming to this at the end, but we need to adjust the training schedules for day 2 PCs. So day 2 PCs need to start happening per our PPR conversation. So I'm going to send the back half of the BMDM call that we had this morning, but I think a lot of you all need to hear this. And if you're struggling with PPR and you're starting training at 10 a.m. on Friday, I would recommend pushing training back to 10:30 to 5:30 and give yourself a little bit of space to do some day 2 PCs and connect with your people. Remember, people don't quit jobs, they quit managers. So if you're building relationships with your people, they're going to be more likely to actually follow through with those appointments that they set up in training, and you're going to increase your zero or decrease your zero seller percentage and increase your average first weekend pop. So that's a mouthful. Hope you guys took some value away from tonight. Let's get some attendance projections for tomorrow. Please listen to this by the end of the night, or at least before tomorrow in training. Obviously, if you're already watching this video, you already did. And have an awesome weekend. We're going to talk to you guys soon. Let's do it.